Hello, you're looking at a 1997 Mercury Grand Marquis. Nice running car, comfortable car, has some mileage on it, but runs well and everything works. The air conditioning's blowing cold.
Wines are not being taken too seriously. I mean, but they're very good.
Radio sounds good. Non-smoker, definitely. Clean in the ashtray. A little wear around the steering wheel. No big deal. And actually, you can buy a cover for these at Walmart for about 10 bucks. Makes it nice and comfortable. Outside, let me pop the trunk. A very good looker. Looks nice. Has the carriage top, burgundy with the aluminum wheels, and the fake convertible top, or what's called a carriage top. Really gives it a good look. Motor's nice and quiet. Has the 4.6 liter small V8 in it. Very popular motor. Long lasting motor. Yeah, let me get that. If there's anything this car needs, it might be 2 front tires. The tires will drive you home wherever you need to go. In fact, I lent this car to a buddy of mine who drove it to Pennsylvania and back when his car wouldn't start. And he said it drove great. Drove it all the way up there and back with 4 guys in it. And then he paid for me to have it detailed after that. So it's nice and clean inside and out. I did notice there is not a spare tire. No spare tire here. If you're coming from a distance, I'll work on getting you one. Junkyards have them for about 30 bucks for a spare tire. But there's not one in here. It is clean in the trunk. Very clean. This is a Grand Marquis LS. Now look at the back seat. Got one little tear here in the leather, but other than that, hardly sat in. Probably put something in here that did that, because it's not from wear. And the front seat looks very nice. Let me put on my license tag here. We are located in Bel Air, Maryland, which is about 20 miles north of Baltimore. We're right off I-95. And if you're coming in from the airport, which a lot of people do, especially from the Northeast, because our cars are not rusty, as you can see here. This is not a rusty car. Anyway, we will pick you up at the Baltimore Washington International Airport, or the train station in Aberdeen, and there's also a bus station in Aberdeen, or there are some internet bus companies that are dropping people off at the White Marsh Mall. I've done that, and they're pretty reasonable. I also noticed when I push on the brakes on this car, they're fine, but they got a little bit of a just a slight shimmy when you touch them, which usually means the rotors need to be what's called turned. So I try to say everything I can see about a car, so that there's no miscommunications when somebody comes here. That's why I think I have good feedback, because I describe everything I see. I don't hide anything. The car stands on its own. But my buddy drove this car about 100 miles each way, 4 guys in it, drove fine. So it'll drive you home wherever you need to go, and still has plenty of life left in it. This car came from the Wilmington, Delaware area, and it was a trade-in on a new one. Some people say the Grand Marquis ride is similar to the Lincoln, and preferred over the Lincoln because it's not such a big car. If you're looking for a luxury car, I also am putting on tonight, same time, a Buick Park Avenue. So you might take a look at that listing also. Sort of a humid day, but it's nice to have that AC on. You can see there's no check engine lights, or all the gauges are good. Plenty of power. Transmission shifts well. This is going to be a great car for somebody because it looks like a nice luxury car, and it's going to be a cheap price. We were asking $39.95 for this car on our lot, but it will be sold, no reserve. So the top bidder will get it. Please do not bid unless you have your finances together. There needs to be a $250 deposit sent within 24 hours after the auction, and the balance is due within 7 days. You don't have to pick it up within 7 days. Excuse me, it can take up to 30, but you do have to pay within 7 days. Let's see, there's right around 55. Goes nicely. Cruise control works. Drives nice. So here's a car that's comfortable, leather interior, with the carriage roof on the top. Looks nice. And nobody needs to know how cheap you bought it. When you come down and pick it up, we give you a temporary license tag and bill of sale and title. The temporary license tag is good for 60 days. You can drive it home, do whatever you need to do. It's not a perfect car, but it's certainly not bad, especially for what it's going to sell for. And it's a good looker. So if you need some good, reliable transportation that looks nice, can haul several people if you need to, buy this Ford Grand Marquis. I'm sorry, Mercury Grand Marquis.